It is wrong to somehow suggest that an undocumented immigrant is a criminal. Being an undocumented immigrant is not a crime.
I know what a crime looks like. An undocumented immigrant is not a criminal.
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 Kamala Harris has really opened up our borders. And when Trump talks about murderers, killers, and rapists coming in, he's not referring to those who came here illegally and turned their lives around. No, he's talking about the criminals who threaten everyone's safety. These are the dangerous ones who could harm you and your family. It's alarming that they made it so hard to deport these criminals, even after committing serious offenses. There's a real issue here. I mean, just look at the Joint Chiefs of Staff sitting at their desks, clearly scared. And honestly, you should be worried too with the border being wide open. Think back to Normandy, when 150,000 troops stormed those beaches to liberate Europe. Now we've got 20 million people just walking in, thanks to some of the most incompetent leadership ever. If it weren't for our Second Amendment, we'd be in a much worse place. And now we are facing potential wars, one with Russia that could have been avoided with a simple phone call, and a Middle East conflict that never needed to happen. Under President Trump, all of this would have been handled differently. He was on track to secure peace in North Korea and manage Iran's nuclear threats effectively.